So, hi, hello everyone. So, now I came out with one very dangerous area in the examination which can spoil the entire marks scoring, and that will be the chapter called as debentures. Left out concept, examiner will be showing interest intentionally to torture you in the exam hall. Either it can come as an MCQ or it can come as a 5 marks descriptive question, generally as a descriptive question. So let us focus on this particular chapter. Let's complete this in 10 minutes. Let's begin. Debentures. With regard to the debentures, first the definition. Definition of a debenture says that debenture includes four things: debenture stock, bonds, any other instruments evidencing the debt, and yesterday's deposits chapter if they are unsecured. That also you can write here. That's why four. So mainly debenture stock, bonds. You call it debentures, you call it bonds. Any debt instrument issued to the public, generally we call it as a debenture, but does not include debt instruments referred under RBI Act or any instrument which is notified by CG. Not that important for us at this time. Features of a debenture. Debenture is amount of loan broken into small part. Like how the capital is broken into small part and called as a share, loan is broken into small part and called as a debenture. Interest will be prefixed. Terms and conditions we will clearly give. And it is a mobile property because it can transfer from one person to another person. Next, debentures pay periodic interest. Okay, either it can be half yearly, it can be quarterly, it can be monthly, it can be annually. Periodic interest. Okay, debentures, by mistake it is, do not carry voting rights. Debentures do not carry voting rights. Generally, debentures are secured. Unsecured debentures are treated as deposits. Next, so it creates charge against the assets. Debentures may have an option to convert into equity shares. These are called as convertible debentures. You can read section number 71. Now we are going to see. Next, debenture holder is issued with a certificate. The evidence that he has given loan to the company, that's called as a debenture certificate. Next one. Next one. After that, basic issue concept. Types and approval. Normal debentures ki board of directors approval is enough. Convertible debenture, board of directors approval plus shareholders by passing a special resolution. Next one. Rules to issue secured debentures. Approvals required. Board of directors at a board meeting. Creation of charge. Charge will be created on the assets of the company holding subsidiary or associate company. Okay. And how much charge should be created? It should be equal to the value which is sufficient to cover both the principal as well as interest. That much amount of security you need to create. For example, loan taken 100 crore. Okay. Asset security should not be 100. It should be somewhere around 250, 300 because along with interest together that security should cover my loan. Okay. Clarity. Next. Appointment of debenture trustee. Expected question for this exam. Debenture trustee. Debenture trustee will be appointed by before issue of a prospectus. Appoint before issue of a why in the prospectus you should write the name of a debenture trustee and then only you should accept debentures from the public. Okay. Execute a DTD. Debenture trust deed. Execute means sign. Debenture trust deed within 60 days after the allotment. After allotment, not appointment. Next, life. What is it? Life. What is the life of a secure debenture? Generally not more than 10 years. Special cases like can be more than 10 but can't be more than 30. What special cases? See, debentures issued by infrastructure companies, infrastructure finance company, infrastructure debt fund NBFC, and companies permitted by central government, RBI, National Housing Bank. Simply to tell, any company in infrastructural business can issue secured debentures for a term more than 10 years, but not more than 30 years. So next concept, debenture trustee and related concept. That's what I am saying. Expected question for this attempt. Okay. When attempt is mandatory, when appointment is mandatory. So when we have to appoint debenture trustee, if you are issuing debentures to public or not to the public for the members, but how many members? More than 500 in number. Next, what is the duty of a debenture trustee? Protect the interests of the debenture holders, to redress the grievances, means to resolve the problems of the debenture holders. Next, duty in case of insufficiency or default. Duty in case of insufficiency or default. Okay, what is the duty? Two different situations will occur. First case, in case of insufficiency of assets, means default not occurred, but value of assets are coming down in the market, which is below the loan amount and the principal amount, as we already discussed. In that case, step 1, debenture trustee will make a petition to NCLT saying that this company assets values are falling below the debt value. Immediately NCLT will pass an order to the company saying that not to incur any further liability. means secured liability, please don't incur. Okay, already assets are falling down, don't incur any further liability. Next, sir, not just assets are falling, really it is not paying interest or principal, default occurred, then debenture holder or debenture trustee can make a petition to NCLT. Now NCLT will order the company to forthwith immediately make the payment of principal or interest. Next one, relief from liability and relief from liability and prohibition. Listen carefully. Point number one, whenever you wanted to appoint any debenture trustee, you have to appoint through a document called as a debenture trust deed. The debenture trust deed is a contract between company and the debenture trustee. Now in the debenture trust deed we have written like this: if any mistake is done by any debenture trustee, if he is not performing his duties properly, if he is not redressing the grievances properly, even then we are not going to punish him, we are going to excuse him. Like this, if there is any provision in debenture trust deed, such provision is invalid. Any provision in DTD which exempts debenture trustee from liability, etc., it shall become void. Okay. No, sir, it will not become void. When, like that question will come in exam. When it will become valid? If approval of majority debenture holders holding not less than 3/4 in value permitted it. See here two things. Majority of debenture holders, 100 debenture holders are there. Majority means 51 plus that 51 should hold 3/4 in the value of debentures amount. Those people, if they themselves are saying that relieve him, then okay. Or else any provision contained like that in debenture trustee will become void. Next, examination expected question this item, disqualifications of debenture trustee. Okay, first one, beneficial shareholding. If you are a shareholder, how will you protect the interests of the debenture holders? Both are two contradictory positions you are holding. You should not hold shares in beneficial interest. You should not be promoter, director, KMP, or employee of company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company. Next, you should not hold any money beneficially. Next one, you should not be indebted. Okay, you are a debenture holder, means you gave loan. You should not be indebted in the same company or holding company, subsidiary, associate, or subsidiary of a holding company. Okay, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company. Subsidiary of holding company means for a holding there are two subsidiaries. Okay, X Limited is first subsidiary, Y Limited is second subsidiary. X and Y, you should not even become that. Okay, you should not even indebted to this. Your company you should not be indebted. Holding company no, subsidiary no, associates no, subsidiary to holding company. You are a subsidiary like that, another subsidiary, sister concerns. Guarantor to the debentures of the company. You should not be the guarantor for the debentures issued by the, if the company do not pay, I will pay the amount, means how you will be protecting the company. Next, pecuniary relation means a monetary relation in two preceding financial years or current financial year exceeding or equal to 2% of gross turnover or total income or rupees 50 lakhs, whichever is less. He is related to promoter, director, KMP. I am telling you, if he wanted to blast your face in exam by torturing you, the only area he has is two things. One, DRR. Second one is by torturing you by asking questions on debenture trustee disqualifications. Literally mug up. Okay, once after the video, mug up all the points. He should not hold beneficial interest. He should not be promoter, director, KMP, or any employee in the company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company. Next one, no money should be held in beneficial ownership. No indebtedness to the company, holding company, subsidiary company, associate company, or subsidiary to the holding company. Guarantor he should not be. And he should not have any monetary relationship, okay, like purchases, etc. from the company in the two preceding years or in the current financial year, not exceeding or equal to 2% of the gross turnover or total income or 50 lakhs, whichever is lower. Next, he should not be related to promoter, director, KMP. If it is so, disqualified. Next one, casual vacancy. Again, important thing for MCQ. Casual vacancy. If the casual vacancy is caused by resignation of debenture trustee, can be filled with the consent of majority debenture holders. Okay, 100 are there, 51 should say new debenture holder name. Caused by removal. Removal requires consent of debenture holders holding not less than 3/4 in value. Same. Next, filled by board of directors. Filled by board of directors. Next, any other board of directors will fill, not fill. Board of directors will fill casual vacancy. Hopefully everyone understood. Final touch. Sir, debenture trustee, I am telling you, please prepare properly. No one will prepare, they will ask in exam. That's it. Unnecessarily marks will be gone. Simple topic. Chart you read, that's all. Next, debenture redemption reserve. Okay. Next, first one. See, creation of DRR, investment in DRF. Listen carefully. Category 1. See, one thing I will tell in a simple way. One thing I can tell in simple way. DRR is not required. DRR is not required by any company other than by any company other than unlisted company. Okay, other than unlisted company means listed companies, banking companies, financial institutions. There is no requirement of DRR. Okay, only in minor cases it is required. So keep in mind. Category 1. I have divided into 4 categories. Category 1. All India financial institution, banking companies, public financial institution. DRR required or not required? Public issue, private issue, not applicable. DRF. DRF means like in a deposit repayment reserve account, like we need to get ready by putting the money for the next year. This year itself we will put some amount by 30th of April for the deposits maturing after 1 year. Like that here also concept is there. Okay, that's called as a DRF. That's called as DRF. So anyway, DRR means just creating a reserve. Fund means investing somewhere. Okay. DRR, public issue, private issue. If it is a banking, financial, not applicable. DRF also not, because for all the banks, financial institutions, etc., RBI guidelines are applicable. Next one. NBFCs and housing finance. Same concept again. DRR, public issue, private issue. Not required. Required or not required? Not required. But NBFCs and housing finance companies going for private issue means within the existing members. DRF not required. Public issue if they are making applicable. So you need to remember this category. NBFC and housing finance company going for public issue of debentures. DRR not required, but DRF is required. What is this DRF? We will discuss. Next. Category 3. Listed company. DRR. Public issue, private issue. Not applicable. DRF. Public issue applicable, private issue not applicable. So simple logic. Listed companies, housing finance companies and NBFC, DRR required or not required, not required in any case. DRF is required for public issue. Last one. Category 4. Unlisted companies. Last category. Okay. Anyway, it's an unlisted company. It is an unlisted company. Only it can go for a private placement. So DRR and DRF both are applicable. So if you are an unlisted company, okay, means see here. So in case of unlisted company, that means a residuary category, they cannot go for public offer. They can go only for private placement. It can be private or normal company. Then DRR applicable, DRF also applicable. So what is this DRF? DRF means, so first DRR. DRR, how much it should be? 10% of the value of outstanding debentures. Every year you need to transfer to DRR account. Next, DRF is a investment. Okay, investment. Investment shall be made at the rate of 15%. Deposits ki 20%. Same on 30th April of the year, which is due for redemption. Where I need to invest? Deposits with scheduled bank, non-risky area. Unencumbered bonds of Indian Trust Act. See, remember, it is not the time to learn what is unencumbered. This is not the time. So, unencumbered bonds of Indian Trust Act. Unencumbered deposits of central government, state government. Unencumbered securities under Indian Trust Act. So, Indian Trust Act, any bonds or any other securities. Next one, CG or SG deposits or deposits with scheduled bank you need to make. This chart, if you have, this will become Brahmastra for you at the time of examination. Okay. If you don't have the chart, at least take a snap here. That will be definitely useful for you at the risky times. This is a Sanjeevani for you for the examination. Okay. Thank you very much. Hopefully this video is very much useful for you. Please share it and also please like for the effort that we are putting in this. All the very best for your examinations. Thank you.